What's going on, leaders? Welcome to another episode of the Global Sport Report Sports News Roundup. It's going to be episode 6. We haven't done one in a while. Still really trying to figure out how we're going to be, navigating the channel and uploads for the future. So we're still figuring it out. It's going to be a work in progress. All right, so today we're going to be having news about, and it's going to be in this order. We're going to talk about football, baseball, UFC, basketball. All right. So let's get started with the first topic on today's agenda. We got the Cowboys sign Von Miller to a 1-year contract. My button not working. It's kind of happy. There we go. The Cowboys signed Von Miller to a 1-year contract. This is a great move for the Cowboys, right? Not only are you getting a guy who had more sacks than the Cowboys player who had the highest sacks last season. It's going to be Jadeveon Clowney, who had 8.5 sacks. I don't remember who he plays for now. It could be the Ravens. I'm going to fact check myself on that. Not the Ravens. I was going to say the Texans. Crap. I don't know why I said the Ravens. It's all right. He's on the Texans now. But yeah, Clowney had 8.5 sacks last season for the Cowboys. Von Miller has 9 sacks, and last year he was 36 years old, right? So the guy's a great player too. I'm pretty sure he's a Cowboy fan growing up. I know you hear Cowboy fans say that about everybody, but I do believe that. I think I saw a video about him saying that he wanted to get drafted by the Cowboys. So that right there tells you, we run deep all over the country. America's team. Yeah, he's gonna be a veteran in the locker room. He's really good. He's about the same height as Micah Parsons, even though it's a different position. But yeah, Von Miller, great addition for the Cowboys. I heard rumors that we were trying to get Christian Gonzalez from the Patriots. Now, I don't believe it. Right, as a Cowboy fan, I have to try my best to be modest, and I can't say that this year's our year because our defense was trash last year, and there's a stigma that Cowboy fans always say that. So I'm not going to get into that. But, yeah, another thing that people aren't talking about as much, and I could definitely see why Cowboys PR is definitely trying to push this away. CeeDee Lamb was actually spotted at the club with Von Miller's baby mama. So, listen, CeeDee Lamb is that guy, right? You don't want beef with Von Miller, bro. You don't not want beef with Von Miller. At the end of the day, they're all grown men, right? Do you want to win football games? Do you want to bitch about bitches, right? You know what I mean? So, yeah, they do have 3 kids together. So, it's not like it was his ex, like, it was his baby mama, right? Not like he has multiple, I don't know if he has multiple baby mamas, but this one has 3 kids with him, so. Yeah, they were also spotted like holding hands, getting in a car together, leaving the club. So like, you know what's going on? Like, you getting in a cause I mean, he's trying to, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's something to look out for. If you see a little beef between them in the future, you should know that's probably where that stems from. All right, another football news. I think this will be the last football thing we discussed today. Yeah, Jordan Tyson on the Saints is set to miss 2 months with a hamstring injury. That's a big blow, especially if you guys watched our previous video on the top sleeper teams heading into next season for football. We did have the Saints on there, and a big part of that was that that new offense that they have. Not new offense, but they drafted Jordan Tyson in the first round. Seeing that he could take some pressure off of Chris Olave, who's going to be getting double teamed. That guy's a beast. Speaking of which, another thing actually I can talk about, the Saints and the Cowboys, I believe they do play this preseason. I'm going to fact check myself, but they did have a a scrimmage, and it got freaking hectic, man. They were really fighting. I'm gonna show you guys actually. I don't know if they play this preseason. I don't really care about preseason. Honestly, I'm not. I don't. The only thing I care about preseason is really just watching the highlights because like there's no significance to the game. Like I'll look if I want to see some guy play, like I'll look it up, but. Football's awesome, dude. Football's really awesome. Like they were going. Hey, dude. They got everybody. One of the Saints players threw the Cowboys helmet. It was so funny. Sorry, I'm not trying to get that on there. There we go. Yeah, they got Chippy, man. So that's gonna be a fun preseason game. And it's like I don't know why they got so much beef with us. All right, so next thing's gonna be baseball. What do I want to talk about first? Oh, okay. So let's have a moment of silence, right? For Tommy John, who has, unfortunately passed away. I believe Saturday it was due to I'm gonna take everything off the screen as well. So let's have a moment of silence for Tommy John. Passed away Saturday at 83 years old from bladder cancer. Let's have a moment of silence. Okay. So the reason that Tommy John is so important to the game of baseball, right? He was a pitcher, played for the Dodgers, played for the Yankees. So as you guys know, right, if you're at least a casual that watches baseball, you know Tommy John surgery. It's not a good injury. It's really bad. It's your UCL. So if you guys know your ACL, right, people tear your ACL in your leg. I think it's your knee. It's not good, right? The UCL is the upper, right? So it's the opposite, but for your arm. That's the easiest way I can explain it, right? So a doctor did a surgery on Tommy John. His name was Dr. Frank Jobe. Performed the first successful ulnar collateral ligament reconstruction. That's what UCL stands for. On his elbow, saving his career and making sports history. So what they did was they took the tendon from his wrist, but now you could do the wrist or the forearm. So they took the tendon from his wrist and they put it where the UCL was, and that got torn. So after that, he was able to have a long career in the MLB. We could take a look at his stats actually. Can I? Right, so we got Tommy John stats here. So he played a long time in the league. When did he got his Tommy John in 74? So we take a look. He was a great pitcher, right? Let's look at his ERA. 2.1, not high there. 1.98, like it's a pretty good pitcher. I don't think people think that he's not gonna make the Hall of Fame, so yeah, he's a great pitcher. Let's see how many strikeouts he has. Yeah, he's putting up numbers. Did he? Since he played for Cleveland, Chicago, LA, Dodgers, Yankees. Oh, I forgot the California Angels. That's such a fever dream. Got bounced around. Oakland, went back to New York. So yeah, shout out to Tommy John. May he rest in peace. I hope his family, I just gave away the script. I hope his family, they take care of themselves, and yeah, rest in peace, Tommy John. Okay. Other baseball news we got. Why is there just one in here? Hold on, I gotta fix this. Oh, I didn't. Okay. There we go. All right. Other baseball news we got this Ketel Marte situation is getting quite strange, right? So in my baseball fantasy group chat, right, we've always talked baseball in there. My friend brought it up. He's like, "Yo, this Ketel Marte situation is weird," and I was like, ever since his house got robbed, it just seemed like he had to take a lot of time off. It's just I don't know what it is, right? It's like he's getting a lot of mental breaks, right? Which is understandable. I mean, they're celebrities, It's hard being a celebrity. You're always looked at. People are always trying to take advantage of you, take advantage of your wealth, your success, all that stuff. So I definitely get that. But I was like, ever since then it started, and they were like, "Oh, like you know him or something?" I'm like, "No, I just pay attention. I'm Sinatra. I gotta know this shit, right?" So, um, but yeah, like I hope, that if he is going through personal issues, that he, figures it out and finds a way to navigate through it, and just feels happier. Royals up against the Athletics. I'm gonna change that one now. Then what else is going on? Mariners beating the Brewers 7-2. Dodgers are smoking the Rockies. It's not a surprise. Leave this one on. It's just closest. What's going on, viewer? Welcome to the stream, the Global Sport Report. I can't see what your name is, but what's going on, man? So the Ketel Marte situation is weird. So the team said that he was taking time away to deal with personal issues. Now, reporters asked Tori Lavulo about what's going on with Ketel Marte, and he started getting really emotional, right? But from we can see, and I'll show you guys a video as well. Actually, I'm not gonna show you guys a video of him being emotional. That's fucked up. So it speaks to like the truth of what's going on, right? He's going through personal issues. The coach of the team loves this guy. He's the best player on the team. If you don't count a guy named Corby Carroll. I was like, wow, this guy must be like really depressed or something. But then he's seen having drinks with Diamondback teammates at the team hotel, and it's like, is this guy taking all? Like, I don't understand. Like, we don't understand what's going on, right? Like, it's just like, maybe we don't need to know, right? Maybe this is something that us as the fans need to mind our business on, right? But if it's a juicy story, we want to know that, right? Because as fans, that's just how we are, right? As indulgers of media, that's just what we're gonna naturally want to do. Find out why. But yeah, now they're saying he's having an MRI on his knee. Maybe he thinks his career is over. So we have the injury crisis, right? He's at the team hotel getting drinks when he's supposed to be having time away from personal issues, time away from the team. The manager's crying. It's like nothing is like there's a problem, but there's like 3 different problems, so we don't know which one is the problem. Maybe it's all 3 of them. I don't know. Maybe it's just a lot for him. I don't know. My job is just to tell you guys, not even a job, but part of what I do is just to tell you guys what's going on. That's what's going on. I can't connect the lines. Nobody seems like they can either. So I'm just throwing it out there. More to come on that situation, right? I'm sure the next day it's going to be something like, I don't know, he's arrested, or it's like just like everything that's going wrong for Ketel Marte is getting thrown out there into the media. So I don't know. More on that to come. The last thing for baseball news. This is actually pretty cool. I'm excited to report this one, actually. I don't think anybody has talked about this. I haven't seen anybody bring attention to this, and I think it's a pretty big deal. So as most of you guys know, if you're a baseball casual, the Padres sold their organization, right? And in order to get approval to sell your MLB organization, you need to get approval from other owners of MLB teams. So the Padres sell their organization to a man and woman named Jose E. Feliciano and Kwanzaa Jones. Right? They're actually married. They're together. They bought the company as majority owners. So this actually makes Kwanzaa Jones, right, Jose Feliciano's wife, the first black majority owner of an MLB team. And the first black woman majority owner of an MLB team too. That's fire. That's history right there. That is history, right? Not the first women owner. A lot of women that are on, and I'm not trying to say this in a way to be sexist or anything, but based on what I've seen on, by doing my research, a lot of the women that own the organization have had it passed down to them, right? Not in like a way that's saying they didn't handle the organization right, just that that's mostly how they became owners. So, um, yeah, and Kwanzaa Jones actually is wealthy on her own without being married to Jose E. Feliciano, which he is the co-founder of Pure Lake Capital, which is a company that does a lot of. I think they're delving into AI a lot now. Not sure if you're interested about that stuff. Look it up. My brain melted. But that was founded in 2006. He also co-owns Chelsea FC, which when they sold it from Abramovich, that was like a lot of owners went into that. So he's a co-owner, not a majority owner in Chelsea FC. I believe they have a lot of backing now. And yeah, they bought the Padres for 3.9 billion with a B. So bang, 3 billion, bang, Padres, you're the owner. Like, it's crazy. 3.9 billion. If I had 3.9 billion dollars, I'd be doing this all day. Cause I love it. Sinatra loves it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was pretty cool. Shout out to Jose E. Feliciano and Kwanzaa Jones. I was gonna say welcome to the MLB family, like I'm a part of it, but happy for y'all that y'all are in the MLB family. Maybe you guys can help a cursed organization that's never won a World Series. It's been around forever. I like the old MLB, sorry, the old Padres logo with the pasta, the old school pasta, and he's hitting a bomb. Like, that's so cool. Like, imagine your pasta just hits a fucking bomb. Like, if I saw Father G from St. Clair's in the Bronx hit up on Basso, like that's dope. Like, name of the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Placata. That'd be nuts. Is that it for baseball? No. So, of course, Rodon comes back from the IL. And the Yankees are like, yes, we could have our dream rotation. We have a rotation of Rodon now, Garrett Cole, Cam Schlittler, Ryan Weathers, 6-man rotation. Wait. wait, I'm start over. Rodon just came back. Garrett Cole that came back from ACL earlier this season. Max Fried, Cam Schlittler, and Ryan Weathers. That's starting perfect 5-man rotation. No more Will Ward. Thank you, starting. And then Fried gets sent immediately to the IL. Like, before Rodon even makes his comeback start, they're like, yeah, Fried's in the IL. I was like, dude, come on, man. Like, all we want is that perfect rotation. We want our bats back and healthy. We want big boy Stanton. We want young Cap, right? We want Derek. Want Aaron Judge. We want Cody Bellinger. But fortunately, we're just suffering from injuries, man. I could have seen that coming from a mile away. That's just how it goes in the Bronx, man. But yeah, that's it for baseball. And then we got, oh yeah, the fights, man. I want to talk about the fights. So, just the main fight. Islam Makhachev and Ian Garry. I thought Ian Garry did a lot better than I thought he was. And for a split second, I thought that he could have a chance to win the belt off of Islam, who is, I think he has the most wins in UFC history at this point, or some crazy stat like that. Right, so in the fight, you knew Gary was going to keep his distance, right? That's how he plays it. He's very calm. Never really wanted to fold under pressure. And he had that big fight against, I can't say his name. I know who he is, though. The guy that he teep kicked and he's out forever. Anyway, so yeah, great takedown defense against him. I think Islam. Let's look at the fight stats. Anyway, we look at the stats here. As you can see, Islam where's takedowns? He was less than 50% for takedowns, which is not normal for him, bro. Like if he comes at you, if he shoots on you, like you're going down most of the time, Islam. But yeah, he had pretty decent takedown defense. He did get taken out 7 times, which is not great, right? But against Islam, I mean, you take a takedown percentage under 50% all day. Islam did land more significant strikes. Ian Garry did throw more punches. Most of the shots to Islam were to the head, right in the clinch up against the cage. He was getting punched by Ian Garry. That's why his face looked messed up after the fight more than Gary's did, honestly. If we look at the scoring, people, for some reason, people are thinking that Garry should have won the fight. If you think that, you're casual, right? I'm sorry. You're not deep into it. If you had a strong opinion about that, I don't see that. Let's look at the scorecard. Because we saw Sal D'Amato has Garry winning 1 round, right? Mike Bell, Garry winning 1 round. And then Eric Colon had Garry winning 2 rounds, right? So this is not, I mean, look at this, 10-9, 10-9, 10 across the board is normal. But at the end of the day, it's a unanimous decision. So he really controlled him. If let's look at the control time. 12 minutes and 30 seconds. Mind you, these are 5-minute rounds. So that means, fuck all the striking this shit, right? Just with control time, that's 2.5 rounds, almost. Wait, no, that's 2.5 rounds that he had control of him in the fight. Just control. Garry had 34 seconds, right? The fight is at 1 on the feet. Maybe if it wasn't for that big shot that Islam had on Garry, which was a left roundhouse kick, maybe it wouldn't be a unanimous decision, right? But overall, if Islam gets a hold of you, you ain't going nowhere, brother. I'm sorry. You ain't going nowhere, bro. You staying your ass there. And something that Dana White was talking about, right? Even Islam picked up in, right? During the press conference, you had a reporter ask Islam a question like, how do you feel? Do you feel proud that all these accomplishments that you have, this phenomenal record in the UFC? And Islam answered it being humble. And Garry just answered for him. And he was like, let me tell you, this guy should be so proud of what he's done for his country. And Islam's like, yo, stop glazing. Basically like, stop glazing, bro. He's like, wipe that shit off your lip, bro, because you're losing fans, right? And all throughout the fight, right, he's doing the same thing. And I don't know if he was trying to get in his head. He's probably just a stand-up guy. Right? I'll give him the benefit on the doubt on that. But at the end of the day, wipe your lip, bro. Like, what the fuck? Even during the fight, he's like headbutting him, tapping him on the head and shit. At that point, Dana gets pissed. After the fight, he's like, you're not showing that killer instinct, bro. And I get that as a businessman. I don't know if he's a majority. I think he's a minority owner now, a minimum owner. I don't know however to say that without getting canceled. That's what I meant. But he's a minority owner in the company, so he's the face of the company, really. I believe he's still the CEO. He's like, yo, where's that killer instinct? Like, and Garry is still like maintaining his distance, like, maintaining the distance because obviously he doesn't want to get shot on. Like in wrestling when you go for, I don't know how to say that in the past tense, but whatever. Anyway, he didn't want to get shot on, so he's keeping his distance. But Dana's like, yo, just go in there and fucking beat the shit out of him. Your camp should be telling you at that point when you walk before you get into the 5th round, you're losing this fight. Hit him with everything you have. Just go crazy at him. And he didn't. He just was so passive. He's like passive with it, and it's like, dude, like people pay a lot of money to be here. It's in Philadelphia, it's the Wells Fargo, which I mind you, it's not called Wells Fargo anymore. I don't know what it's called. Xfinity, whatever. There's no bad seats in that place, right? There's no bad seats in that place. I was at a Sixers game one time versus the Hawks, and I reached up so I could touch the ceiling from the bleachers. and I could still see everything that was going on in the game. I like that place a lot. And Xfinity Live Center with the mechanical bull and the beer towers and the bar, that's just dope, right? I'm just letting y'all know, if y'all ever have the chance to be there, be there. But yeah, it's just like, I feel like Gary, if he would have had more aggression, that he would have definitely had more of a chance. But I do think that he held himself well against Islam in that fight. A lot better than a lot of people would have thought. And honestly, I bet on the money line like $10. I'm not mad at it. Of course, Vegas is laughing at me, but they have since I was 21, so it ain't nothing, brother. Trust me. All right. That's last. All right. So last thing we got to talk about today, we have Russell Westbrook retires from the NBA. Say what you want about Russ. I gotta give that man his flowers. I think that Russell Westbrook gets hated on so much for not having a jumper, or more so a 3-point shot. But at the end of the day, bro, he's a walking triple-double, bro. This man won the MVP while his team was the 8th seed. And he averaged a triple-double. Call it stat padding, call it whatever you want. I don't care, bro. At the end of the day, if I was on the ballot, and I know this doesn't say much, but it will one day, I don't see how you cannot put this man in the Hall of Fame, bro. This man was chucking out triple doubles, bro. Now Jokic kind of does that on the regular as a 5, which is crazy. But look, let's take a look at Westbrook's stats. I'm surprised I didn't even put a link to it. I feel like we looked at these before though. All right, use that OKC forever. I didn't know he averaged 31.6 points. I feel like every time I look at players' stats, I'm like, he did that? I feel like I was living, breathing like. That's when I was watching NBA stupid heavy. 2016, what a great year. Yeah, from the bad, watch it. Bless you. That's like views time. Triple double, triple double. Just 3 seasons in a row with a triple double. Went to Houston, didn't average triple double. Went to the Wizards, averaged triple double. And then he stopped doing that shit. He got old, you know what I mean? This man averaged a triple double 4 times in his career for the whole season. Come on, bro. 4 times. One time it's like, all right, if you want to fucking really be a dick, don't put him on there. You know, the other stats are great. But it's like, dude, like he averaged triple double 4 times in a row. One time, was this on the Wizards? Yeah, I mean, he might have been stat pat. Not really, bro, because he only had 22 points. He's trying to do everything. He got 11 boards, 11 assists. So, shout out, man. I don't like that hate that he's getting. You know, oh fuck. No, I don't like the hate that he's getting, man. I don't appreciate it on behalf of Russ. And then you have a fellow Cowboy fan. Oh, we have soccer to talk about after this. Actually, I lied. A Cowboy fan being
Draymond Green has stepped in.
What's his name? Skip Bayless. Yo, honestly, I like him for sticking up for the boys when he needs to, but his takes sometimes be so shotty, bro. Like I don't know. And then like that's why his show with Shannon Sharp was so good, because they both had outlandish, crazy takes about what they're passionate about and their teams and their favorites, whatever. And they weren't afraid to let it be known, but it's like, so basically Skip is saying that he doesn't think Russell Westbrook should be in the Hall of Fame because he felt like he was stat padding. Draymond Green fired back at him. Draymond Green was pissed. Draymond Green's like, listen, Skip. I don't know if he said this, but he should be like, you don't fucking play basketball, right? Even if he was stat padding, to average a triple double for 4 seasons, right? This motherfucker's in the league that be stat padding and are garbage. Motherfucking Russell Westbrook stat padded, maybe, allegedly. God, just to prove myself. And had a triple double. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, that's some bullshit, bro. Put him in the fame, bro. Put him in the hole. Like one of them cards you get at CVS. Hallmark. Put him in the Hall of Fame. That's all I want to talk about basketball. We're getting closer to the season, so I'm trying to go to a Knicks Sixers game. That's on my agenda for the season coming up. So yeah, I'm trying to get some content done over there too at the Xfinity Live shit too, for sure. Cause I want to go to MSG obviously, but that should be like $1,200. I'm not paying a band for a ticket, a band and a quarter. Like that's ridiculous. I was gonna say something else, but it's that too. All right. Last thing I wanted to talk about. So we got ESPN dropped their top 100 players, and I wanted to go through them by positions. So for goalkeeper, number 10, we got Matiev Safonov, PSG goalkeeper, 27 years of age. You look at PSG, they're back-to-back, Champions League winner. That defense is crazy, but, to be back-to-back Champions League winner as the goalkeeper is in and of itself great. Jordan Pickford for Everton in England, set them up nice with in England in the World Cup. Everything sucks though. Diogo Jota, Portugal. I don't really know. I don't watch Portuguese league. Allison. From what I've heard from Diogo Costa, should have been above Allison. Liverpool didn't have a great season last year, so I personally don't see how he gets on there. But again, who am I to judge? All right, Emiliano Martinez. Yeah, he's a beast. Hate to see that we let him go from Arsenal, but what he's done while being at Aston Villa is great. I think he's gonna retire after next season, but definitely was his last World Cup. Joan Garcia, Barcelona, number 5. Okay, I think they did Ter Stegen. I think Ter Stegen's got done dirty his whole career. Unai Simon. Who's Spain's goalkeeper? I think it's Simon. Yeah, number 4. Gianluigi Donnarumma, Man City. I mean, he's great. He definitely got over Simon just for the club. Just for the club. Spain's defense played great too. Thibaut Courtois. Yeah, I can see that. He's been one of the top goalkeepers for ever. 6'7". It's his height. I'm not just speaking brain rot. David Raya, number 1. Mind you, he's from Spain. On the Spanish team. Didn't get in over Simon. You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because Sinatra knows all. Simon is 6'3". David Raya is 6'1". Oh. Is he shorter? Short for 6'1" is short for a goalkeeper. That's why I think it is, at least. I can't see any other reason why. Maybe because Simon doesn't play with as great of a defense, and Raya does play with a great defense. Being shorter, it's probably why they got him in there. They probably thought that he got carried by his defense, but hey, man. All right, that's the goalkeepers. So we got David Raya at the 10. Sorry. I'm thinking basketball. At the goalkeeper. Let's look fullbacks. I looked at the fullbacks and the goalkeepers before this, and that's it. So everything else is a surprise. Nico Riley at 10. 10 seems really low. Nico Riley had a really good season for City. He played good for England too. So yeah, I don't agree with this one. Grimaldo, he didn't even start for Spain. Pucarea's got to be higher. I did see him higher. Piero Ngapié, while Arsenal had their injuries, definitely held it down. Ngapié coming into games, making that difference. He's a quality player. Played center back at Leverkusen. We knew he could play left back. Bought him in Arsenal to be a left back replacement. He's fantastic. Kunde, I heard he makes a lot of mistakes, but he did play for France. Barcelona won La Liga. That's not a surprise to me. Denzel Dumfries says Real Madrid, but he just went to Real Madrid. He's really a Inter Milan player. I do believe Inter Milan won the yeah, he's a quality player though. He's going to Real Madrid, but Trent. Oh, I forgot that Trent Alexander-Arnold plays for Real Madrid. It's gonna be a right back battle. I think Dumfries wins it. Trent doesn't seem like he's adjusting well to Madrid. Marco Correa, 5th? I gotta look at this. It's all fullbacks though. Okay. 5th. I would have had him 4th or 3rd. I'm a big fan of Correa, and I can say that now because he's at Real Madrid now. Even though it hasn't listed at Chelsea. He left a little bit after Dumfries. Yeah, I mean, he's played great at the World Cup. Plays great at Chelsea, but the team just isn't there for him. I don't know who's gonna be 4th. Di Marco. For club, I give it to Di Marco. Far over Cucurella. But for country, I put Cucurella over Di Marco for sure. Great fullback though he is. Timber was great. He was injured a lot, man. I guess this is going by when they're healthy. Great for corners. Love Timber, man. Love Timber. Wishing you speedy recovery. Nuno Mendes, yeah, he's a beast. If you saw him play for Portugal in the World Cup, he's a beast. If you've seen him play for PSG all season in the Champions League, he's great. He's great. PSG fullback. Yep. That 1 and 2. Yep, that sounds about right. I would have put Garea over Di Marco, but that's just me. All right, cool. What else we got? Now I haven't seen these ones yet, so let's go center backs. And that's gonna be the last thing. Mark Guehi, Manchester City, England. Okay, I could see that. Played pretty good for City, pretty decent for City. Big club. Did good at the World Cup. Bastoni's good. I feel like Bastoni is going somewhere though, no? What you tell me? No, he's staying at Inter Milan so far. All right, the transfer window's still open. Bastoni is good. A lot of people rate him in a league where defense is very important. The Serie A, very defensive league. I could see him being up there for that. BVD is always going to be up there. I think he's overrated. Right? People are going to hate me for saying that. Sorry, Scousers, if you're a Liverpool fan. Shikanana kana coke, Paddy Pimblet. Scousers don't get no top. Sorry. He covers. It's not. I don't like it. He covers and he capitalized the last minute. Needs a strong center back in front of him. A fast one. Sounds like a handicap to me. But hey, that's why I think he's a great defender. But he covers when he defends. Just saying. Ooh. Okay. Bumancano over VD. Okay. I'm indecisive about this guy. I hear good things, I hear bad things. Plays in the Bundesliga for Bayern. Good tactics, probably help with that. He fell off though when Saliba went off. Just know that in the World Cup. Just saying. Marquinhos, yeah, he's great. These are his primes of his career. Expect a regression soon though. 36 aerial duels won last season in the Champions League. Ooh, wow. Okay. Jonathan Tah, yeah, I definitely rate him over Mancano. Not opposed to that. Kubarsi, young player of the tournament, in my opinion. Yeah, definitely young player of the tournament for Real Madrid. He's 19. Wow, I thought he's at least 21, 22. Wow. Yeah, they have a good one right there. He was the best young player. Okay, that makes sense. 92 progressive passes, led all defenders at 19 years old. That takes balls. You put Gabriel at number 3? He's the best defense. All right. 34 block shots in the Premier League. Saliba's got to be top 2. Who the fuck else is there? Who's that Ecuadorian dude from PSG? There he is. Yep. Pacho. Ain't no fucking university's better than Gabriel. Get the fuck out of here. Saliba number 1. Okay. 95 pass accuracy in the attacking third. I would have put Gabriel 1, William 2, but hey. He did really hold down France. He looked like that defensive unit for France. I'd probably put Willie over Gabriel for weighing that, but yeah, Pacho is in no way better than Gabriel. No way. Especially when he plays in fucking Farmers League 1 McDonald's. It's literally called the McDonald's League. Whatever, though. Kind of pissed me off. Best defensive in central midfield. Zaire Emery, okay. 20 years old. How class is that? 20 years old to be up there. That's sick. Same with Kubarsi. Oh, we got a little player on here. I think he just signed for Man U. My fantasy. Oh, they're trying to sign him. No way. Hold on. I'm pretty sure he signed for Man U. See, 100 million for him. They're trying to sign him. He's 18. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he did play pretty good for Morocco in the World Cup, so that's dope. Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes. Okay. New guy for Arsenal. Did they put him on there because went to Arsenal? I don't know, man. I haven't seen one Newcastle player in a whole fucking thing. Who was their best player, though? He did sign at Arsenal. That's dope. He scored 9 goals. I didn't know that. 5 assists. Cool. More goals and assists. Interesting. They said he's moved more into like a Odegaard, like traditional 8 position. Alexander Pavlovich, 22, Germany. I don't really know too much about this guy. Let's see. 3 goals, 21 chances created, 79 recoveries, 94.5 pass percentage completion in the Bundesliga. Nice. This guy, yeah. Elliot Anderson. He's a beast, man. If you've seen the way that he worked the Nottingham Forest midfield last season, you would understand why they paid $130 million, pounds, whatever. 117. I don't think it was 113. 130, sorry. Ivan Ruiz, yeah. World Cup, PSG. No, we put 10. Oh, how many were there? 15? Okay. Moises Caicedo. Yeah, I can see that as well. It's pretty good. I don't think he's better than Ruiz or Elliott. It's more about the players around him, but that's how footy works. Enzo Fernandez, don't like this guy. That tackle he had on Kubarsi was nuts. My friend actually just became a fan of his because he was looking to pick a soccer team and picked one based on the slide tackle he saw. He was like, "That's awesome." I'm like, "Nah, it's not American football, dude." We're gonna end the stream on that same song I was playing before, just so you guys know. Okay. Yeah, we talk about Enzo. Fuck that guy. Even though if you want to come on in pod for an interview, I'm alright with it. Joshua Kimmich, this guy, I can't believe he's 31 already. Wow, I feel like he was just a young, bright, young buck. Young buck. Now he's 31. Wow. Yeah, he's been world class for years. I mean, there's nothing you can say about this guy. You already know. Federico Valverde. Are we going to see Tuchouameni up there in front of him? Is he number 5? No, I don't want to spoil it. I know who that was. Yeah, great player. I mean, super rapid. Was a right winger at one point, but now he's fit into that number 4 kind of role. Maybe not a 4. Maybe like a, maybe like a 6-8 kind of role. Yeah, he's really fast. 13 goals from outside the box in the past 5 seasons. One other player has more than that, 11, and that's Kylian Mbappe. What a fucking comparison, right? Good for him. Pedri, Barcelona. Still only 23 years old. Wow, that's crazy. He's younger than me still. Yeah, great player, man. Barcelona, most passes completed in the final during the World Cup. Yeah, he's a beast. Yeah, if you don't know about that guy, check him out. Joao Neves. I'm a really big Joao Neves fan. I don't know how tall. He's pretty short. I'm pretty sure he's 5'9". Oh, I mean, I thought he was shorter. He was like 5'7". Compared to everybody on the Portugal team, he's a lot shorter. It seems like it at least. Yeah, you know. Oh, then we have to see. What was the other point? Vitinho. Vitinho's got to be on there. I'm gonna predict the top 3. Number 1, Declan Rice. Bias. I don't care. Maybe Vitinho's gonna be number 1. I would expect that. That's okay. Number 3. I don't know. Oh, of course. How did I forget? Even they gave him the Golden Bowl. I don't know how Rodri just finds his way. Like, all right, don't get me wrong, he's a great player, but he doesn't do enough for me to have him be the best player. Like, win a Ballon d'Or, bro, really, over Mbappe, over Mbappezy, or who did he win it over? He won it over Vinicius. Squeezing Junior, I feel like Vinicius. Don't you stupid, but they ain't idiots. I expect us to know how to love, you know? Can teach no man how to hustle. Some men just got it. I don't remember the rest. Shout out Dave. He is the best number 6 in the world. But yeah, so I don't talk about this guy. This guy gets talked about enough. I'm not talking about Rodri, bro. I'm sick and tired of hearing his name. Good for him though. This man gets slandered, bro. Cause I know who number 1 is. It's Vitinha, and I don't even have to look at it. What I tell you? He's really good though. I can't take that away from him. Declan Rice. I mean, we know in the Emirates, right? We talk about he's so nice. We would have paid twice the price, right? Because he was expensive. He was 100 million pounds, but he turned this club around. Us signing him turned the trajectory of the club around for sure. And you got this guy, right? Maybe if we would have won the champs, it'd be different. But he's such a beast, man. You know, we talk all this crap about PSG playing in a Farmers League, but when they need to play, man, they play. And yeah, 2 champs in a row. He's a beast. I can't take anything away from this guy. He's good overall. Yeah. What does it say? It's very close to being the perfect midfielder, given everything he can do on the pitch. Yeah, I agree. Oh, the A's almost came back. Rockies might come back. I'll keep this one on though. We're almost done here. All right. Tagging midfielders, wingers, and center forwards. I like how they put center forwards as strikers. That was dope. Serge Gnabry. Does he really play anymore? I guess he is playing as an attacking mid role, right? He's getting older. You know when the pace drops in FIFA. It'll be like this dude was like 1 kilometer like slower last season, but as soon as you hit the age of 30, they don't care. It's like 52 pace. We're gonna talk about the next stream. We're gonna talk about the top ratings. John McGinn. Ooh, that's a great shout. From okay, John, I see you, man. Brand new to the list. Hell yeah, he is. When the fuck would you ever think you see John McGinn in the top 100 or anything? He's good though. He's good. Great fucking shout, dude. Shout out Unai Emery for fucking turning a team around that wasn't Arsenal. Like, bro, fuck, fucking, please beat Chelsea, fucking Europa League final. Avoiding me having to be fucking ingrained in my memories, Giroud flexing a fucking European trophy on Arsenal fans in my fucking head. My fucking Scalati. That image is burned in my Scalati, bro. Crazy. I'm surprised Jamal is this low in the list. One of the best dribblers in the world. He got really hurt, though. You think he came back this year? He's basically a SGA for soccer. Oh, what the fuck kind of comparison is that? Wait, hold on. We're just beginning to see what Musiala was truly capable of at his time of last summer's injury. In under 3,000 minutes, he scored 21 goals with 5 assists and drew over 100 fouls during the 24-25 campaign. With his elite dribbling ability, as I mentioned, body control, and general craftiness, he's basically a Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for soccer. And even after his supposed lost season of 25-6, he still is only 23 years old. We might not see his top form yet. Okay, so yeah, he was injured. Compared to the MVP of the league is crazy. That's just because he gets fouled. It's so stupid. Dani Olmo, Barcelona. Yeah, he played great for Spain. He's 28 now. Wow, okay. Unranked last year in the top 100. Now he's there. Yeah, Dani Olmo had a really good tournament. Okay, that's good. He had 15 goals. Nice. I didn't know that. Wow, I'm learning shit. Wow. All right, cool. I didn't know that. Fucking never thought I'd see the day. 9? I wasn't familiar with your game, brother. My fault. Shit. Oh, fuck. No. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know who the fuck this is. These attacking mids come out of nowhere. That's why they're always getting snatched up. Okay, came from Hoffenheim a while ago. Now you know that one. Diomande. You play with him. Cool. Now we know. 21 goal contributions. 13 goals. 8 assists. That's pretty good. Articular. Still only 21 years old. Shout out to him. Alright, his goal from outside the box was like a fucking midfield, and it was a wide open net. Like, it's not like it's impressive, right? That's far, but okay. Scott McTominay. Listen, when I knew that United were letting go of Scott McTominay, I told my buddy that I worked with at the time that, like, you guys are making a mistake, bro. Scott McTominay is that fucking dude. And now look what he's doing for Napoli, man. I think he won a Serie A with them. I thought I said he scored 22 goals a season. He became all-time scorer among Scottish players, in front of Lewis Ferguson, who scored 14 in 83 games. Good for you, dude. Yeah, this guy is a rocket for a foot, dude. His shot is nuts. Morgan Rogers. 7. Okay, I thought I was going to see him higher. It's going to be a lot of Real Madrid people here. They're not going to put... Surely they're not going to put... Okay. We'll see. I don't look stupid. He's 12th last year. 16 goal contributions. Yeah, I mean, that's why he earned a big money move to Chelsea. 117 pounds. 117 million pounds. Same thing I think that City paid for Elliot Anderson. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's, giving Xabi Alonso a player like Morgan Rogers is definitely going to help them for next season. Check out my Premier League predictions videos to see where I think Chelsea's going to end up next season, but yeah. I don't agree with this. I think Martin Odegaard had a really down year last year. It seems like every time he was dribbling, he was getting the ball taken away from him. I used to really like Martin Odegaard. I want a more Martin Odegaard jersey, but I don't know. He has to prove himself back to me. He's actually, I feel like since his World Cup performance, he's definitely came back a different player. It's our captain though, so whatever. Nico Paz, yeah, this guy's a beast. Is he still on Como? Yes, he is. He's a beast. Argentina. I don't think he played for them in the World Cup, did he? I didn't know that. What's his name from Dortmund? Ayemi. He went to Barcelona. So you got Anthony Gordon. They're gonna play Lamine up top, and yeah, it's gonna be rapid. It's gonna be a very scary attack. Let's see. Pretty sure he didn't play. Yeah, no, he didn't play. What a shame though. Nico Paz is such a great player. Quality player. Ryan Shekry. He's so cocky, dude. But he's such a good, like, you could tell this guy, like, if you were to take Shekry and change his nationality from France to Brazil, like, this guy has techers like he grew up in the favelas, bro. Like, he's nasty with it. He was the Premier League team of the season as well. Yeah, he's a beast. Quality sign up. That's definitely a Pep move. Szoboszlai? I mean, I know that free kick he had against Arsenal in the beginning of the season, but that's a fugazi, bro. So Bosley was the brightest spot in the disappointing season for Liverpool. I'm not his biggest fan. I like the way he plays, but I just don't think I don't rate him. I think he's better in the Bundesliga. He came from RB Leipzig, right? Yeah. Okay, was he number 4? That's 3? Yeah, no, hell no. Jude, who's number 1? Who's number 1? Tagging mid. Surely it's not the guy I'm thinking of. He's a winger. Tagging mid. We got cities. Bernardo Silva? Or it's not Eze. Who's number 1? Alright, let's talk about Jude first. Yeah, I mean Jude's quality. He had a really good World Cup. He kind of regressed this season for Real Madrid, but they also got Mbappe to really get into that squad to be the main goal scorer. Before Mbappe came, he had like 13 goals by like December. I was like, dude, what are you on right now? These guys, test him, get that man tested, bro. Because Jude was like, I was like, Jude's gonna win the fucking Ballon d'Or, bro. He didn't though. I think that was the year that Vinicius was supposed to win the Raji one. I forgot. Oh, Bruno Fernandes. Yes. How can I forget the Premier League top assist? I think he broke the record for the most assists. Yeah, definitely. He definitely deserves that, man. Yeah, no, I'll give it to Bruno. I think United's gonna do really good next season. Watch a lot better than people are thinking. Watch my Premier League prediction video on YouTube. But yeah, no, I don't know how I forgot about him. All right, center forward. People are gonna give him votes for the Ballon d'Or, believe it or not. I want to see who ends up better, Haaland or Mbappe. I'm gonna bet Mbappe though. There's 20 names on the center forward list. Okay. Sorloth, number 20. Okay. I don't even think he starts for them. I go top was a Griezmann and like Julian Alvarez. So weird one. Oh yeah, the most goals. Maybe they put Julian on the left or Victor Gyökeres. You see, you guys hate on him too much, bro. Y'all be hating on him too much. He had 20 goals, bro. And he just came back to the Premier League. Like he was in Sporting, he had like 50 something goals. Right? That's just gonna happen. That's the Portuguese league, bro. Right? You know, wasn't great at Swansea when he was there. I don't know if he played for Leeds. You could check. That's such a cool name. Gyökeres.
My fantasy football punishment isn't.
Shut up. I played for Coventry. I didn't know that. I knew he played for Brighton. St. Bees here, Sao Paulo. Yo, there's this guy on like FIFA 15 or 16. I was such a beast from St. Pauli. He's a silver car. He used to freaking run laps around. Me and my buddy used to always use him. All right, Oyarzabal, yeah. I think. Well, I mean, during the group stages of the World Cup, he had like 4 or 5 goals. So yeah, center forward plays. He's more of a winger. He's a true center forward. He's not a striker. He's not a number 9. He's like a 10 hybrid shadow striker, secondary striker. That's why it's called center forwards. Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing. I look. If I had to pick an Italian team, I'll pick Roma though. I don't know why. I just like the logo. I think it's like different. It's cool. It's classic. I have a Roma beanie somewhere. It's hard. It's reversible. I'll show you guys one day. Okay, yeah. Yeah, a good season for Roma. I like Oyarzabal better, but that's why they're so close. So, Thuram, 16th. Excited to see who else is on this list. Thuram is a quality player, son of his father's a really good player. 13 goals in Serie A. Tied his most for a single season. Yeah, this guy is definitely if I was gonna say if PSG. If France's team wasn't so stacked, he definitely would have found his way there. I don't know if I put Griezmann over Thuram. 22 goal contributions. Okay. He's in Orlando City now. He had a crucial error in his, I think it was his debut, that cost him the game. Like, instead of shooting an open goal at midfield, he passed it to his teammate, or he tried to get a better look. Got snatched away and he scored in like extra time. It was nuts. Shout out Griezmann though. Really big fan of his since like FIFA 14, 15 days. That's what, 12 years now? Holy crap, that sounds crazy to say. Ronaldo, number 14. Messi's gonna be on this list, and I forgot about those two classic legends. Um, yeah, I mean, what's there to say about Ronaldo, man? I mean, he's getting old, bro. He said last season's gonna be his next season. He's 41, man. So, shout out to Ronaldo. Thank you for everything you've done for the game, Ronaldo. Shout out to you, bro. He retired from Portugal. Who says he has? We'll see. And congratulations on the marriage, man. Robert Lewandowski went to Chicago Fire. Yes, he did. Played in Barcelona last season. Yeah, he's always going to be up there. This man got robbed in the Ballon d'Or in 2020 during COVID, before COVID, which was bullshit. Ollie Watkins. Yeah, Ollie Watkins is a beast. 30 years old now, man. He's that big money move, man. Somebody got to swipe him up. But he looks like a Chelsea lad to me. First player in Premier League history to score a brace against each Man City, Liverpool, and Chelsea in the same campaign. That is a stat, bro. That is a stat. I like that. That was cool. That was niche. They dug for that. Igor Thiago had a really good season in the Premier League. I'm more of an Ollie Watkins guy, but okay. Igor Thiago had a really good season. Yeah, for Brentford too. So, I don't think he's gonna be as good next season, but we'll see. Watch my Premier League predictions for next season. Hugo Ekitike. I think it's so funny how like they got Ekitike at Liverpool, and like they got who's that? Alexander Isak. Only because like he really pushed for me to Liverpool, and it was like Ekitike was performing out of his mind, and Liverpool fans are like, why did we get Isak? I don't know. Ekitike is such a beast, bro. I wanted him to come to Arsenal so bad instead of Gyökeres, but. Yeah, he's injured now, so he's gonna be out for a while. 11 goals, 4 assists in the Premier League season. Victor Osimhen, yes, all right, got you. That is somebody who, it's so weird like why he left to go to Turkey. Like, Turkey pays a lot of money for players that are trying to really integrate that league into Europe's top leagues, and I think that they may surpass. And they might surpass Portugal if they haven't already. They might surpass France on one of the best leagues in the world. Just the talent they have there is just spectacular. Yeah, like it's really weird how his career has, surpassed or like passed because he was in Napoli breakout season. Won Napoli's like first league title in like years with Kvaratskhelia. You know what I'm talking about? The guy from PSG, the left winger. All right, João Pedro led Chelsea 26 goals. I'm not putting him up. I'm not putting him higher than Ekitike, Igor, Ollie Watkins, Lewa. Like, okay, bro. But I don't. Whatever. What am I fucking looking at, bro? This guy didn't even. He barely started. 6 appearances in the top 100. This guy's massively underrated. All right, whatever. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't know. Lautaro Martinez, yeah. Won the Serie A with Inter Milan. 20 plus goals consistently a year. Julian Alvarez, yeah, he played class for Atletico this year. He wants to go to Barcelona, but Atletico Madrid absolutely do not want that to happen with anything in their system. Like they offered to, like they were about to sue Barcelona. Like it's crazy. So Arsenal trying to slap him up, but like honestly, I don't want him if like he doesn't want to play for us. Like if you're not about it, then leave. What? So we could just sign you for a year and you leave. Dembele at 4. I'm trying to think of better strikers than him. Okay, I got it. I know who the next one is. Oh, maybe it's with T2. Okay. I mean, Dembele, he didn't play that many. He start this many games. They're like rest him until like they really need him, and then when they really need him, he shines. But shout out to Dembele, bro, the most 2-footed player. It was an interview, or if you guys ever seen the one where it's like too fast, no, he's too fast. They're asking him like who's faster than him, and they're like Sonic. He's like too fast. Like everybody's like he thinks it's too fast than him, but he's like fast as hell. It's like whoa, like, how fast are those guys? He took a penalty with his left foot. Or he took his penalty with his right foot, but he's left-footed. So the interviewer was like, why did you take the penalty with your left foot if you're right-footed? And he's like, I shoot better on my right. Or like, whatever. And they're like, okay. So that's how we knew this man is really genuinely 2-footed. Oh, the Astros game ended. Alright, let's game it at 9 right there for baseball. As we're wrapping up. Next, number 3. Erling Haaland, yep. Okay. Perhaps the best out-and-out goal scorer on the planet. He is. Right? If there's nothing else, have like 2 touches a game and score fucking 3 goals somehow. But yeah, he's a beast. 7 goals at the World Cup. That's nuts. That's incredible. Shout out to Erling Haaland. Even though he gives Arsenal a hard time. He won the Golden Boot. Yeah. He's a beast, man. He's a cheat. He's a Premier League fantasy footy cheat code. Kylian Mbappe. I mean, what could you say? What could you say, dude? This guy is on a different planet, right? I think Mbappe, when he retires, should definitely go play in Thailand. If you know, you know. But oh, I'm gonna get canceled. But he's a beast. He's really good at footy. And in the World Cup, he was lights out, spectacular. They're saying that he needs to play more defense for Real Madrid. And I do believe that. Right, in big games, he does play defense, and the team overall plays better when he plays defense, when he tracks back. He's the winger, right? Play as a winger. But last year, he was ranked number 1. This man's still not won a Ballon d'Or, and Dembele has, which is ironic and funny, but whatever. Oh, okay. Harry Kane. I was expecting to see Lionel Messi, but I guess he's not a center forward, technically. Or an attacking mid. We're gonna get to the wingers next. Yeah, I mean the way that trio of Luis Diaz, Harry Kane, of course, and Olise have been playing at Bayern is the best attacking 3 in footy at the moment. You know, based on last season. Harry Kane is everywhere on the pitch. He's a striker, and he's supposed to be up there, but he's like on the left, by cover for the left back. It's nuts. This guy is truly the example of leading by example. He's the textbook definition of leading by example. So shout out to Harry Kane for being a beast. Even though I could celebrate how good of a player he is because he doesn't play for Tottenham anymore. All right, wingers. Ismaila Sarr. A lot of SARS in the Premier League. Excuse me for forgetting. Yeah, you see that? It's great. Crystal Palace won the Conference League. You see that? Julian Carino. Oh, El Mexicano way in the top of the list. All right, Vato, I see USA. Come on now. You play in Saudi Arabia? I believe that's a Saudi Arabian team, right? Saudi Pro League. I thought Saudi was like a bad thing. I thought you can't say that. They said it. Yan Diomande. Cote d'Ivoire, brother. Hell yeah, that's what's up. I have a Didier Drogba jersey, actually. Fun fact, Didier Drogba stopped the war by just playing footy. Yeah, Yan Diomande. I feel bad for what happened with his sister. Oh my gosh, the Rockies tied it. Wow. Hopefully we get. All right, well, when we're done with this, we'll watch the rest of the game. But we'll see. We'll keep track of that. Yeah, his sister, unfortunately. Sorry to change the subject in a positive way when we're talking about a negative thing, but his sister passed away from getting her drink spiked at a club. I think it was in Cote d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast. Sorry. Yeah, that was like his rock. So earned a move to Real Madrid. You know, that was one of his dreams to play at a big club, and his sister always gave him the confidence to do that. If you guys don't know much about it, you know, go look at it. I believe he posted some on his story for it, like her birthday or like her anniversary of her death. But yeah, he's a quality player. Played for RB Leipzig, I believe, last season. Yeah, in the Bundesliga, 12 goals, 8 assists. People are saying that he's, I believe they paid, worth up to 140 million euros, but people are saying they should have paid more. So, speaking of quality players going to Turkey, we got Mohamed Salah, number 17. He's a beast, 34, right outside of his prime, but yeah, the people can say that he's one of the best forwards in Premier League history. I think he is one of the best. Can't play him over Thierry. Brian Bemo. I'm a big fan of his. Looks so different with his haircut. Yeah, Cameroonian, plays for Manchester United. He's very fast, as they're saying here. Yeah, I think that him and Bruno are definitely gonna help with Man United's trajectory into next season. I think they could have afforded to get one more new signing, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Anthony Gordon balled out for England in the World Cup. Earned a move to Barcelona. Like I said, you had the Ayemi, Lamine, Gordon forward line for Barcelona. That's gonna be scary, man. Yeah, Englishman playing for Barcelona, not named Marcus Rashford. That's pretty cool, exciting. How much they pay? 60 mil, 70 mil? Does it say? No, it's something like that, though. I'll tell you guys. Actually, how much did they pay? If it was 35, we pay, so you could fucking brought in Arsenal. But we have Solis. Whoop, whoop. $80 million. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Kenan Yildiz. Yeah, Arsenal say they try to get everybody. Juventus just said this guy's not for sale. He's only 21 years old. This guy's a beast. Turkish players, man. Turkish league. Turkey as a country is really setting their tone for footy, and they're really trying to, put their foot out there and get involved on a world scale, on a world class scale for developing players and bringing in players to develop their league. I think it's really cool what they're doing over there in Turkey. Lookman, Atletico Madrid, winger or defensive winger, but he does play as a left mid, so Okay. 13. I don't know if he plays. Did he play that much? Arrived in February. He was a midsummer train. Where did he play before? Look, man. I feel like he wasn't Chelsea, was it? Huh. I don't know why I thought he played for Chelsea. Bradley Barcola. Yeah, one of the integral wingers for PSG. Left wing, can't play the right wing. He's a beast. Liverpool are after him. Arsenal, I think they were interested for a little bit, but too pricey. Gonna be hard to squeeze in Zolis there. Have to play him in the right. We have a right winger. I wouldn't mind another one at Arsenal. Yeah, so he's a quality player. That when I think they brought him in for the January transfer window to Man City. Quality player from Bournemouth for sure. And Bournemouth still, I think after they sold him, they went on a beaten streak. It's ironic. Back to back City guys. Doku is freaking rapid, dude. Doku is that guy. I'm a big fan of Doku. I'll say that. Yeah. City just has a lot of attackers. They had to let go of some people. Bernardo Silva being one. You still have Phil Foden. So you have two great attacking mids. Foden can play the left. Doku, Semenyo on the right. Holland up top. I would run Fekir at the cam. I don't see Phil Foden sliding in, but who knows what this new manager wants to do. Desiree Due. Sorry. Only 21. How old is Barcolo? 23. Yeah, Doué's a beast. He started for France a couple times in the tournament. I think he lost his place to Barcolo, actually. It's kind of ironic how they have him switched. But yeah, Doué's a beast. Doué can also play in the center mid position, and he's a beast there too. Overall, the guy is like really calm, patient on the ball, so I really like how he does that. He had a fucked up pass in the World Cup on an open goal that could have won France like the knockout game. They lost to Spain, but whatever. I don't like Rafinha that high. I don't. Above Barcolo and above Doué. He was hurt. He did score 21 goals in all competitions though. Okay. I rate him though. I think Arsenal should have got him instead of trying to get Vinicius. He's 29 now. Seems like he's regressing. It's a player-to-player basis. Bukayo Saka. Saka was hurt a lot too. I do think he's really quality. I think after his later injuries, he was a little bit more sluggish. Wasn't as fast. So I'm not mad at 7. Vinicius is 6th? Wow. I think Olise is going to be 1, but other than that, it would be Luis Diaz, Kvaratskhelia. Might be 1 actually. Vinicius at 6 is interesting. Yeah, then maybe because Mbappe's playing with Mbappe, obviously he hasn't scored as many goals. Oh, I forgot they're going to have Messi as a winger. Alright, I'm not mad at 5th. He's 39 years old though. He scored so many goals in the last World Cup. It's like, dude, how old are you? Messi's still doing it, man. Well, what else can I say? He's the best player of all time. If you're a Ronaldo guy, I'm sorry, but that's my opinion. I will say this is how I address the Ronaldo versus Messi debate. Messi's the greatest overall soccer player of all time, not including defense because he's a forward. He's the greatest football player of all time or soccer player of all time. Ronaldo's the best forward of all time. He's the best striker of all time, I should say. Goal scorer. We'll put it that way. Make everybody happy. Luis Diaz over Messi. I can see that over the league campaign. Playing in Germany as opposed to the MLS. Not including, World Cup things. We see Luis Diaz there. I think Olise should be 1. I don't think Kvaratskhelia should be 1. I think it should be Olise. Point improvement. I don't know who number 2 is going to be then. The guy I've been talking about. Where is he? Kvaratskhelia. Became the first player to score or assist in 7 consecutive Champions League knockout stage appearances in a single season. That is a niche stat. Love these stats that they're producing. He's a beast. His passes. I remember he had an outside the boot Trivela perfectly to the runner going into space, and I was like, dude, that is like literally soccer corn, right? If you replace the C with the P, but you know, monetization is shit. Lamine, yep, Lamine. I forgot about Lamine. Yeah, number 2 seems about right. He'll play him up top next season, as I said a lot of times in this video. That's gonna be fun to see. I can't wait for that. That should be fun to see 2 rapid wingers that can pop, pop, pop. I'm talking like it's football, but you know what I mean. Control the ball well, navigate into space, and supply to this guy who he has a rocket of a foot. A great finesse shot that he could use. That he's had that iron Robin technique where he's drifts to the left with his left foot and then shoots it. How do you say Robin's first name? Aaron? Ahin Robin, probably right. And we know that was Alicia. That's beast. But honestly, one of my favorite players to watch right now. I mean, this guy, 7 assists at the World Cup. Past Pele, I didn't even know that. In assists in a single World Cup. That record has stood tall for 60 years. There was a lot of people that shine in this last World Cup. Goal scorers, assisters, all that. So shout out to Elise, man. Yeah. So that's it. That's the top 100 for soccer that ESPN uploaded. That's all I wanted to talk about today, leaders. There's a lot of things to go over, right? So I don't know when the next episode is gonna be. I'm gonna definitely try to get these out more consistently. But yeah, again, it's been a long time since one of these episodes, the Global Sport Report True Show. We're just trying to figure out how to navigate this social media stuff, right? Because while this is what we love to do, we gotta figure it out, right? We gotta see what's the best to get this out there and to get the most fans and the most the most leaders. We gotta make the most. We gotta find the way to make viewers into leaders. We gotta find the way that's best to make viewers into leaders, fans into leaders, right? Really believe the process and what we're going through and what we could use to make this channel better. And yeah. All right, leaders. Well, I appreciate y'all for tuning into another episode of the Global Sport Report True segment. Hope y'all have a great day. Peace out.